No! I did not! What? Come on! What is this sound? Well, that was what I expected. I don't know how to feel about what I just listened to. Welcome to my channel, I'm Nisi. Today is a very exciting day, you guys, because we are going to be getting into another new artist that is new to absolutely no one but me and anyone else who perpetually lives under rocks. We are going to be getting into Miss Lana Del Rey. Now, I am not a complete stranger to Lana Del Rey, okay? So you can't attack me just yet. I do have some sort of familiarity with her, just being on social media, you know, seeing people lay her songs over like TikToks or Reels or whatever. So I have heard her voice before, and obviously we did react to Midnights by Taylor Swift, and Lana Del Rey is featured on a song on that album. So I do have some sort of familiarity with her. But I am very unfamiliar with Lana Del Rey as an artist as a whole, because I have never listened to a single song of hers all the way through that wasn't just, you know, her featuring on someone else's song. And I've also never listened to an album of hers all the way through, so I don't really know what her style of songwriting is, what she writes about, what her sound is. Based on the little things that I have heard of her, I feel like I can somewhat come up with an educated guess as to what her sound is, based on Snow on the Beach and this other song that is the only song on here that I am familiar with, but I've heard it all on social media. Summertime Sadness, the other one is like, summertime, summertime sadness. That one, based on those sounds, I can somewhat guess. Her sound seems to be somewhat like classic. It's very kind of old-timey. So there's old-timey quality to her voice, and it's very like soothing, sometimes kind of dark. It's just a very, very unique quality that she has about her voice that I am very excited to get into, and I'm very excited to see just her sound. Apparently Lana Del Rey has a new album coming out soon, so we are absolutely going to be getting into that. So I wanted to explore one of her older albums first to kind of get an idea of who she is as an artist before this new project comes out. So I put up a poll and you guys chose Born to Die to be my introductory album to Lana Del Rey. So I am very excited. So I don't want to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump in. If you guys end up liking me and liking this reaction video by the end, I hope that you guys will consider hitting that subscribe button, because yes, there are a lot of other mainstream artists that I am very unfamiliar with their discography, okay? I was a radio girl growing up for most of the time, okay? Was not familiar with a lot of people's albums and discographies. So hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see who else we get into. All right, guys, Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. Now, to quickly review the track list like we typically do, like I said, the only song on here that I recognize, at least by name, is Summertime Sadness, because I've heard little clips of the chorus on social media. I'm very excited. I know that Lana Del Rey has been around for a long time, so I have a lot of respect for the amount of time that she has been in the music industry. I've just never actually taken the time to sit down and get into the discography. We're remedying that today. Born to Die is such an interesting title. Off the sound of it, it just sounds so doomsday. It sounds so pessimistic, like we aren't born to live, we're born to die. It just sounds very, very doomsday. But we're gonna be getting into the first track, which is actually called Born to Die. It's the title track. So hopefully this will give me kind of more context on what this is. I'm excited. I have no idea what to expect. You guys ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. Born to Die. Very concerning. Oh! Well, y'all know I love strings. Hold on. Come on, child. Hey!
Feet don't fail me now.
Ooh.
Take me to the finish line. All my heart it breaks every step that I take. But I'm open at the gates. They'll tell me that you're mine.
At the gates. Her voice on this?
It's like I told you, honey. Don't make me sad.
Okay.
Don't make me cry. Sometimes life is not enough and the road gets tough. And take a walk on the wild side.
Oh.
Kiss you hard in the pouring rain. You like your girls insane.
The vocal delivery change?
This is you and I. We were born to die. Lost, but now
Hold on. Hold on. That was a lot. That was a lot that we just went through. Just in that first half. First of all, the strings. Y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all know how I feel about strings. They are just so majestic. The way that they just add so much emotional tone to a song. So the lyrics definitely make it seem like she is in pursuit of love. She said, I feel so alone on a Friday night. Can you make it feel like home if I tell you you're mine? So maybe like right now she is alone, but there's someone that she really wants, or maybe they are somewhat together, but maybe it's the beginning of a relationship, so they're not completely official yet, and she wants it to be more. I don't know. But she's definitely also kind of tying in some things that have to do with the concept of life, like take me to the finish line. I'm hoping at the gates they'll tell me you're mine. So it's interesting. That kind of made it sound like a little bit like death. I don't know. But she's kind of just talking about, it sounds like she's talking about love and the things that are like the ups and downs of the relationship. I don't know. We got to keep on getting into the rest of the song to fully understand the lyrics and where this is going. But I love the sound of this so far. Come on.
I was so confused as a little child, trying to take what I could get, scared that I couldn't find all the answers, honey. Let's go get high. The road is long, carry on, try to have fun and love.
I feel like that is life, yeah. Woo!
We were born to die.
I love this part. It sounds so euphoric.
Don't make me sad. Don't
Dude,
make me cry.
listen. Carry on. Come on! Come on!
We were born to die.
Oh my god! These strings! You hear these strings? Dude, I love that as an opening track for so many reasons. First of all, the sound of it. I love how majestic and euphoric it sounds. I don't know, something about a song that's majestic, euphoric, and the strings, and it's like a symphony in your ears. Like something like that, I just love as being an opener. And then the concept of Born to Die, which I feel like I might have a bit of a better grasp on. It seems like in this song, she's talking about love. And she's talking about wanting this relationship, wanting to be in love with this person. And she says that you and I were born to die. And when you think about what born to die could mean, truly we all will die someday. Like it's just the truth. It's the hardest, terrible truth that we all will die. But it's kind of like you have to make the most of your life while you're here, right? You have to just live the best that you can and do the things that make you happy and be free and do things that are going to make your life fulfilling. She keeps saying this line, the road is long, we carry on, try to have fun in the meantime. And to me, that is basically the concept of Born to Die. And it kind of seems like she's tying love into this idea. You and I were born to die. So kind of like the same thing as with life, it will inevitably end, but you just try to make the most of it as you can. Maybe she's saying you and I will inevitably end, but we should make the most of this while we can. I don't know why she's saying that it's gonna end. I don't know if it's because she just has this fear that one day this love will end. Maybe she has this feeling deep down inside where she knows that it's not gonna last. Or maybe she's just talking about the fact that like literally we all at some point in life will lose everyone that we've ever met because either they will die before you or you'll die before them. This is so cryptic. So I don't know whether she means that she actually sees this relationship ending in the future or if it's just the fact that everything inevitably comes to an end. But I just find that to be so beautiful. I don't know, just this concept of love me and let me love you, even though this may not last forever and even though inevitably everything will come to an end, just to appreciate life and appreciate love and just find the beauty in things while we can. I think that that's just such a beautiful concept. It's a beautiful type of song to open up your project with. And I really love the sound of it. Putting it on strings, like I said, strings just give you an emotional, they just evoke emotion out of you anytime you put them on a song. And then combined with her voice, like I said, this old-timey type of classical voice that she has, that the way that it carries the song and this soothing but a little bit like haunting sort of way matches so well with the concept of this song. It very much is just this concept of life and love tying in and out of each other, and the way that as humans, honestly, love is an integral part of how we experience life in general. It is a huge part of the human experience. So tying in both of those things and kind of touching on both of them all with one phrase is just such a beautiful, smart concept. So I don't want to talk you guys' head off, but I really, really enjoyed that song. And I'm interested to see where it goes from here, because now are we going to explore this relationship that she was talking about in the first track? Are we going to inevitably die? I don't know. This album could go in many different directions. All right, guys, we're going to do Off to the Races and see what we get.
My old man is a bad man, but I can't deny the way he holds my hand and he grabs me. He has me by my heart.
Oh!
He loves me with every beat of his cocaine heart.
Cocaine heart!
Oh, glimmering darling, wipe bikini off with my red nail polish. Light of my life.
This voice!
Be a good baby, do what I want. Light of my life, fire of my lungs. Give me them gold coins, give me them. I'm off to the races, cases of Bacardi chases.
What is happening?
I need you to come here and save me. I'm your little scarlet, singing in the garden. Kiss me on my open mouth, ready for you.
No! No! Dude! Her voice, the way that this opened up, I was genuinely scared. I was like, what is that? It was just so constrained. Like, she was just like straining at some points, being like, I don't know, just like this in and out, choppy type of sound, this constricting type of sound that's just not normal in any way. And then the way that she like slips into this like voice that where like she goes up higher, but it sounds creepy. Like, she's talking about give me them gold coins. He's got cocaine heart. Girl, what is happening here?
He knows me every inch of my tar black soul. He doesn't mind I have a
Tar black
down
soul.
life. In fact, he says he thinks it's why he might like about me. Slipping on my red dress, putting on my makeup, bathroom perfume, cognac, lilac fumes. Says it feels like heaven to him. Light of his love, fire of his loins. Keep me forever. Tell me you want me.
What is this sound? Yo, this chorus is kind of fire. I can't lie.
And I'm gonna stay and pray with him till the end. Take him when he may, if he may. I'm not afraid to say that I die without him. I am with your gold chain on.
What is happening? Literally, what is going on? Anytime it's like this creepy vibe. And her voice, first of all, her voice is like crazy. It's amazing like how many pockets we've heard her in. The first song with her being like, and then you come into this one and she's like, it's crazy to me. But she still keeps that quality about it that's like sort of like gothic, sort of classic. She still keeps that quality in her voice. She's sleeping with an old man. Like, is that what I'm gathering? This is a dangerous man, and they're like dangerous things. That is the point. But he gives her gold coins, and he also likes the way that she's like a money chaser. She said something like that he likes the way that she is sort of ambitious in a sense. And she's a lot younger than, is this sugar daddy? What is happening here? We're gonna get more into the lyrics at the end.
Never looked so beautiful as you do now, my man.
This voice,
Off to the races, places, ready, set the gate is down and I'm
this chorus is fire though. Oh, this instrumental is crazy. This is fire. that strings are like my favorite thing. And y'all recommend this album with all these beautiful strings. And then the beat. I'm off to the races, places. Dude, the beat was crazy to me. And it's just such an interesting contradiction. This like beat that is given like almost like a hip hop type of vibe. But then this voice that just sounds like so creepy and just like, it's just such an interesting combination. So this song is definitely giving the vibes of, like I said, this guy that's not the greatest man. We called him a thief. We said literally the first line, my old man is a bad man, right? So he's an older guy that is not very good morally, but she has love for him. She continues to stay with him and to stay around him because he accepts her for who she is, which is a really interesting type of dynamic. Like, he grabs me, he has my heart, he doesn't mind that I have a Las Vegas past, so he doesn't mind your past, whereas maybe you feel like the other people would judge you for it. So he loves you and he accepts you. So even though he's a bad man, he's an old man, you feel like you need him because of that. Also maybe because of other things, which we'll keep reading. Give me them gold coins, give me them gold coins. So that's why I said, is this a sugar daddy type of situation? Because he's old and he provides you with coins. It definitely seems like the affection that she has for him, though, is based on her needs. Like her needs for money, for example, but also her need to just feel like someone accepts her and cares about her in some sort of way. Some sort of attachment that's because like you are satisfying my needs emotionally and like monetarily. Kiss me in my open mouth, ready for you. Okay, this is a little bit, it's cryptic. It's a little cryptic. But I like it because she is kind of talking about this relationship or dynamic that has this danger about it. It's really smart songwriting to use word choice that evokes the emotion that she's talking about. This is such an interesting song, you guys. Such an interesting song. I don't know, maybe she likes, like actually truly genuinely loves him. But, you know, there also is this sort of thing that happens sometimes where you feel like you love this person deeply because of the way that they make you feel. I really love that song. God, the beat and the sound, you guys know, I don't have to reiterate all that again, but I really, really like that song. We're gonna move on to Blue Jeans, all right? We're 2 for 2 so far. Let's go to Blue Jeans.
Blue jeans,
Oh!
white shirt, walked into the room, you know you made my eyes burn. It was like James Dean. I grew up on hip-hop, but you fit me better than my
I heard the last song.
and I know that love is mean, and love hurts.
Her voice is so soothing.
You see through the tears, love you more than those pictures before. Say you remember, baby, say you remember, baby. Ooh, I will love you till the end of time. Big dreams.
Sounded like the end of time there.
It out on Sunday, said he'd come on Monday. I stayed up waiting, anticipating and pacing, but he was chasing paper. Say you remember, baby. Ooh, I will love you till
I love that part.
the end of time.
Okay, wait. This is really interesting. I'm wondering if this song ties into the last song in a way. I don't know. She's sort of making it seem like he has like this little bit of a bad boy type of nature about him. And then she talks about how I will love you to the end of time, end of time. She was saying that in the last song. She said, I will love you forever, not maybe. She was talking about how dedicated she was to this person. Like, I need you, all these things. And then she continues, she says, big dreams, gangsta. She says gangsta. So again, it's kind of tying into this kind of bad boy type of situation. And then her saying, we don't need no money. We can make it all work. And money was kind of like a thing of the last song. Kind of talking about how there was some sort of money dynamic to their relationship. So I don't know. It could be about the same person. Maybe this is someone else. Maybe this is a whole nother dynamic, and maybe this is kind of like a pattern for her. Maybe she just likes the bad boy. This sounds. Sing!
Till the end of time.
She loves strings, and I love that she loves strings. I've been really loving the sounds of these songs so far. Like, the instrumentals have just been so interesting. They just have this very beautiful, majestic sound about them. And then, like, last song was a bit different because it has sort of like this beat element to it. But this one has some sort of like majestic sound again that kind of reminded me of the first song. And then it's her voice that adds to it. Her voice is like an instrument. It's just so interesting and compelling to listen to. As far as these lyrics, I'm like, who took him away? Because before, she kind of made it seem like it was his choice to leave. She said, when you walked out of the door, a piece of me died. So I thought that he was leaving, like, on his own. But now she's making it seem like they took you away from me. Said you had to leave to start your life over. I love this storytelling here too. Say you had to leave to start your life over, and I was like, no, please stay here. We don't need no money, blah, blah, blah. But he was like, he headed out on Sunday. He said he'd come home Monday, and I waited up all night, but he was chasing paper, caught up in the game. That was the last that I heard. So he did leave willingly. He left on his own. He's doing some sort of dangerous stuff. He's like a gangster. And she's like, well, no, we don't need the money. I don't need the money. I'm okay with just you. You and me, we can make it work. But he's like, no. He's a money chaser. So he had to go get back to that. So when she said, then they took you away, stole you out of my life, I'm wondering whether she either means that whoever it is that he's running around with, she's like, they took you away from me, even though it willingly was his choice. Or is it that he willingly did leave and then something happened to him? She's just talking about things that are just very interesting to me. The love and sheer dedication to someone, even if they don't feel the same, because he may have loved her, but he was willing to put money over her. And the fact that the song still ends with, I will love you to the end of time. Like, even still, even though you chose something else over me. That is so sad, but that's so interesting, so compelling. I really love that song too. We're like 3 for 3. Let's move on to track 4, which is called Video Games. Are all these songs gonna have strings? I'm gonna live.
Swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name.
Ooh.
Open up a beer and you say, get over here and play a video game. Play a video game. It's you, it's all for you.
Ooh.
Everything I do, tell you all the time.
Hello?
There's a place on earth with you. They say that the world was built for two. Only worth living if somebody is loving you. Baby, now you do.
I choose everywhere, like everywhere.
Blue dark playing, pulling wild dots, video games. He holds
The
me in
strings!
his big arms, drunk and I am seeing stars. This is all I think of. Tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth with you. Tell me all the things you want to do.
No words. No words. That song is so hypnotizing. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain it. I had chills all over, and it's just so simple. But it's just like the way the strings build, the majestic sound of this, and then the subject matter. The concept of video games. It's just, like I said, it's so simple. It's just this simple thing that he does, and that maybe sometimes like they do together. But it's like when you're in love, it's the most simple things that you find to be so beautiful and that you find to be meaningful. Swinging in the backyard, pull up in your fast car, whistling my name, open up a beer. Like, just these little things that I'm watching you do. And I'm just so in love with you that those simple things I just find to be beautiful, and I appreciate those simple things. And this song to me also kind of ties parallels to the first song, Born to Die. The line where she says, only worth living if someone is loving you. Like the world is built for two, and it's only worth living if somebody is loving you. And it's like what I was talking about in the first song with how she's kind of tying the concept of life and the concept of love as just like two integral parts of the human experience. And so to me, it kind of takes me back to that like we only have a certain amount of time on this earth, but you need to make it worthwhile while you're here. And one of the greatest ways to make life worthwhile is to fall in love. And then she says, baby, now you do. So like almost like now you do love me. And it's like what I was saying in the first song, I was like, maybe he doesn't love her yet, or maybe they haven't really reached that part in the relationship where there's like this huge commitment, because she made it seem like she was in pursuit of this love, but she says now you do. So maybe if these two songs like are kind of like linked, maybe it's like, well, now you do love me. She loves really hard. This whole song is just about how dedicated she is to this person, and I hope that they're dedicated to her back. There's literally nothing in this song, I don't think, showing like his affection for her, except the fact that like he's holding her in his big arms. It's just interesting because literally the last song, she was talking about how dedicated she is to this person, but the person was willing to walk away from her if it meant that he could go chase money. You know, so like in this relationship, where are we? Who is this person? Would they give her the same? But that's a beautiful love song. Just the simplicity of it is just so beautiful. We have 4 stars checked. 4 songs have a like next to them. This is not okay. We're moving on to Diet Mountain Dew. She said she like hip hop. This is oh. Hey! Think we'll be in love. Hey!
Let's take Jesus off the dashboard. Got enough on his mind.
I'm dead!
Maybe I like this roller coaster. Maybe it keeps me high.
Well, yes.
Maybe the speed it brings me closer. Look at sparkle of your eye. Diamond blue, baby, New York City.
Hey!
You're no good for me.
Oh, we pieced that together.
You're no good for me. You're no good for me. But baby, I want you. I want you. Do you think we'll
Voice
be
is
in
so
love
classical.
forever? Do you think we'll be in love? Baby, stopping at 7-Eleven. There
Hey.
Pontiac Heaven.
This is just such a vibe.
Can we get it now? Love down and gritty. Do you think we'll be in love forever?
Do you think we'll be in love? Hey.
You're no good for me, but baby, I want you. I want.
That song is such a vibe. It's such a vibe. Like, it's not even that complex compared to the other ones. Like, the other ones, I feel like they're a lot more, like, complex or layered. This one is, like, much more simple, but it's just a vibe. I find it interesting that she said that other song that she grew up on hip-hop, because this song kind of gives that vibe. It's just, like, she's just kind of, like, talking about living life. Just living life with this person. Just riding around in fast cars, you know, stopping at the 7-Eleven, all this stuff like that. And it's interesting because it ties into so many of the other songs where she's basically saying this person is no good for her and this person is dangerous. But she likes it. It's like what I was saying earlier. Like, she seems like she likes the bad boy type. And it's interesting because she keeps on asking, do you think we'll be in love forever? And that is probably coming from a place of knowing that this person is no good for you. And so you're like asking because you know that this could end very badly because he's probably not good for you. So you know that this could end very badly. And you're kind of almost admitting that in the question. But maybe she's also asking this person, do you think we'll be in love forever? Because she wants to know what he would say. probably wants that sort of validation. Yeah, this one's pretty simple, but it's definitely a vibe. I like the beat, and I like definitely vibed to the song. I really like that one. We have another song that's called National Anthem that I am very excited to get into because I just don't know where this could lead. Okay, because you're my girl. Because why do you have strings on all these songs? Fireworks. Yo, this is giving, like, that's so interesting. It's giving Anthem. That's grungy. What?
I sing the national anthem while I'm standing.
Okay. I can tell that this is kind of like, this is what's the word I'm looking for? This is like a critique of something. She keeps saying like money. She kind of like alludes to the fact that we are money obsessed in this world, but she's also tying this to love. And it sounds like in the first verse she was kind of saying that, you know, men will romance you and then abandon you. So it kind of seems like we're critiquing humanity for a minute, but it's just so we'll get deeper into the lyrics later. Yes. Exactly, right? Humanity. This is crazy. Well, that was what I expected. That wasn't what I thought this was gonna do. I didn't think anything. I didn't know what to expect from this. I'm not gonna lie. From what I had heard from Lana Del Rey, from like little social media snippets, and looking at her face like in pictures, she just gave me the vibe of like, oh, na, 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 na. The way that she be over here low-key rapping, the way she be over here with her little cadences and things is unexpected. First of all, like I said, I like the sound of the song. I like how we start off with the fireworks, which kind of gives like a 4th of July type of thing, which is also linked to America and, you know, American tradition. And then we turn like this dark corner and the song kind of sounds a little bit more dark. It sounds a little bit more grungy. And it's just interesting too, because when you get to the chorus, she said, I'm your national anthem. You hear it as in like it's chants from like multiple people. I just think sonically it's smart the way that the song is constructed. Lyrically, this song does sound like a critique on not just like humanity, but America, I will say, because it's a national anthem. So America, just when we sing the national anthem, it's supposed to kind of symbolize us as Americans, like appreciating the freedom and the independence that we have being here in America. And it's like for our fallen soldiers and all these things like that. It kind of makes it seem like she is not mocking it, but just kind of trying to say that America is much more superficial than that. Money is the anthem of success. So it was like critiquing the superficial nature of Americans and the way that we are very materialistic and the certain things that we desire, and maybe almost kind of linking it to love as well. The way that, you know, people can say, oh, you're my national anthem, but what does that mean? Like a man can put you up on a pedestal and say that you're all these great, amazing things, but underneath, what is it that he's actually desiring of you? Yeah, kind of just critiquing the things that we want, how much we want them. And it also kind of reminds me of Blue Jeans. Like in that song, her alluding to the fact that she was abandoned by someone, like someone left her willingly. And, you know, she was like, we don't need the money. But this person was like, he had to chase money. He had to go out there and chase success or whatever, that he was willing to actually give up that relationship or walk away from that relationship to go pursue that. And I wonder if that is like a real situation that she has experienced. It makes a lot of sense that that would lead her to have this sort of mentality, that we are very superficial and money hungry and greedy, and that we don't always appreciate what truly actually matters. She's just a really interesting writer. Can I say that? She's just very, very interesting, the things that she's talking about. We're gonna move on to the next song, which is called Dark Paradise. It's already like a conflicting title, so I'm very interested to see what this is. It's like dark but delicate at the same time.
My friends tell me I should move on. I'm lying in the ocean singing your song.
Oh.
That's how you sang it. And there's no remedy for memory. Your face is like a melody.
What cadence?
Leave my head. Every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark paradise. No one compares to you.
Wait.
That you won't be waiting on the other side. All my friends ask me why I stay strong. Tell them when you find true love, it lives on. That's why I stay here. No one compares to you. I'm scared that you won't be waiting on the other side. Except in my dreams tonight.
Oh my God.
I don't wanna wake up from this tonight. Telling me I'm fine. Every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark
Why is this so like bright? We should not be dancing.
I don't wanna wake up from this tonight.
Wow. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Okay. Listen, when this first started, I thought, when I said all my friends tell me I should move on, lying that was just sing your song, loving you forever can't be wrong, even though you're not here, won't move on. I thought that we were like kind of going back to what I was saying about Blue Jeans, like this person leaving and then her like still being emotionally attached and her still saying like I will love you forever. The song literally ends on the line like still I will love you forever even though you left. And then as it keeps going, it seems like this person has passed, which is very sad. I did not know that she went through that. So this concept of like dark paradise, I really like that because when you close your eyes, it is dark, first of all, but also dark because it's very sad. Because when she closes her eyes, she sees him. So when she closes her eyes, she gets to see this person. So in that sense, it's a very beautiful thing because it's like a paradise when she closes her eyes. But it's also dark because it's sad that I can only see you when I close my eyes. And it's very sad to think about. It's just a beautiful, beautiful song. And it's also very sad because she said, I don't know if you'll be waiting for me on the other side. Well, I don't know how the afterlife works. But does she think that maybe this person would have moved on the other side? Because none of us really know if love is eternal. None of us know what happens when you die. So none of us know, is there going to be somebody else waiting on the other side? Who knows? How does that work? So the fact that she's kind of like thinking about that and scared about that is just very significant when you think about the fact that she said so many times in this project, I will love you forever. I will love you no matter what. Like, I imagine in her mind, she would love to love someone past death. And her saying that she's scared that someone else won't be loving her past death is interesting. And I really love the sound of it. Strings, as always. it just has this very emotional, beautiful type of sound about it. So I really, really love Dark Paradise. And it's just very sad, but it's nice to be able to get more of these layers of her. She's really revealing a lot of herself as an artist. It's a very vulnerable project. Very vulnerable. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the next song, which is called Radio. Let's do this. Why is it explicit?
Not even they can stop me now.
I never know what her voice is going to sound like on a song.
Could I be flying overhead? I finally found you.
Hey.
Now my life is sweet like cinnamon.
Oh wait, I've heard this?
Fucking dream I'm living in. Baby, love me 'cause I'm playing on the radio. How do you like me now?
Oh, because I'm playing on the radio. Interesting.
American dreams came true somehow. I swore I'd chase until I was dead.
Yeah. Hold on, I actually find that line to be very interesting. Hold on a second, because she said, I also have heard this. Now my life is sweet like cinnamon. That's the only part that I recognize with that part. She said American dreams came true somehow. And it reminds me of National Anthem, because it sounds like she's talking about playing on the radio. And I guess kind of just having like the success, the fame. And so I find that interesting, because in National Anthem she was talking about how Americans, and almost alluding to the fact that the American dream is just success. It's just money, it's just success. So that she said my American dreams have come true somehow. I just think that that's interesting, the way that links. Hey!
Sweet like cinnamon. Like a fucking
Dream I'm living. Hey!
sweet like
Cinnamon.
like a fucking dream I'm living in.
Something about this is such a vibe. You like me now? Hey!
Sweet like cinnamon.
Oh, wait till I make it! What flavor?
'Cause my body's sweet like sugar from the morning.
Hey!
Baby, love me 'cause I'm playing on the radio. How do you like me now?
Oh, come on now! Now, listen, I don't even want to make it big. Someday, I don't even need to be a big celebrity. But anytime I succeed at something, oh, this is going to be the song. This is going to be the anthem. This is the anthem for those that succeed. How do you like me now? How do you like me now? That's interesting, too. Like, baby, love me because I'm playing on the radio. Like, simply just because I'm playing on the radio. And then the how do you like me now? Almost like her, that's interesting. It's like a song to play like when you're feeling proud. When you're feeling a bit of pride. Like, yeah, like I did that thing. And now the fact that you know that you're probably going to start getting some affection from people, because people are realizing how cut you are. People are realizing how much you're that girl, so that people start, coming towards you. But her kind of like having a sense of sort of pride about that. Like, she likes to see them, coming back. Like, oh, like now you're interested. Now you want me. Interesting. She kind of likes that. I imagine that this is something that she, like, this is kind of alluding towards the beginning of her career, because it seems like, this is like the first time that she's played on the radio, but also because she said that she was in LA. And I remember in the other song, what song was it? The song about the sugar daddy. She was like, he doesn't care about my LA past. So I think that this song is like more so like from a earlier time in her career. Something about this chorus, it's very catchy. Now my life is sweet like cinnamon, like a dream I live. Something about that is very, very catchy. I really like the song, because I'm gonna play it anytime I succeed at something. Anytime I succeed, we're playing this song. I like that one. Yup. Radio. Yup. Mama like this, sweet like cinnamon. Stop! Stop! Now this is going to be stuck in my head. Why is that catchy? I do just find it interesting, though, that she is alluding to the fact that she needed to be on the radio. She needed to get a sense of notoriety for this person to care. Which is interesting and sad. A lot of these songs have just been about her, like, endless dedication for these people. And whether they give it back to her tends to not sound like they are. Which is sad. We're gonna move on to the next song called Carmen. She's my girl. Play the streets.
Darling, darling, doesn't have a problem lying to herself, 'cause her liquor's top shelf. It's alarming. She says you don't wanna be like me, don't wanna see all the things I've seen. I'm dying, I'm dying. The boys, the girls, they all like Carmen. She gives them butterflies, bats a cartoon eyes.
This is so creepy.
Like God, her mind's like a diamond. Only 17, but she walks the streets so mean. It's alarming, truly how disarming you can be. Eating soft ice cream, Coney Island queen. She says you don't wanna get this way. Street walk at night and a star by day. It's tiring, tiring. The boys, the girls, they all like Carmen. Tying cherry knots, smiling, doing party favors. Put your red dress on, put your lipstick on. Sing your song, now the camera's on.
What are you saying?
Darling, darling, doesn't have a problem lying to herself, 'cause her liquor's top shelf.
Girl, she has this way about her voice and the instrumentation that transports you somewhere. Like, it literally transports your mind somewhere else, to like a different place. In my case, you know, this one just transported me to a cemetery. I just got like a vision of a cemetery. I'm telling you, like, it's the way these songs sound so like there's this dark quality about them. So this song definitely seems like Carmen is the type of girl that people admire. And that maybe Lana, at some point, if this is, you know, like a real person that she knew in her real life, has looked at her and has admired her, in a sense. Like, almost wanted to be like her. Because everyone... she's really pretty, it seems like, right? Like, she's beautiful. She has this sort of alluring type of nature. So people tend to gravitate to her. And so maybe Lana at some point has felt some sort of sense of insecurity, maybe, or just like envy towards her. But then it's like this girl keeps saying, you don't want to be like me. You don't want to see the things that I've seen. I'm dying. And the things that I do are tiring. And I can't say 100% what it is that Carmen is into. It kind of sounds like there are some lyrics that kind of nod to what she could be doing, talking about like a camera and like lips, red lipstick and things. It's never said explicitly, but you can sort of guess that it's a lifestyle like that, which can potentially be dangerous. So the whole, you don't want to see things I've seen, I'm dying, makes sense. But it's like us sometimes as humans, it sometimes seems like the thing that we put the most importance into is how much people like you and how popular you are, how social you are. It kind of seems like sometimes we value that over anything else. So because like Carmen is this person who everyone wants to be, or to the boys, to the girls, they all like Carmen, we find that to be this admirable thing, this admirable quality, but aren't asking ourselves, okay, but like what does Carmen actually have going on in her life? You don't know. You have no idea what Carmen's actually going through behind the scenes. And so that's like an interesting thing to kind of talk about. It's probably not a song that I would listen to a lot, just because like I don't really relate to this as much. And then like I said, the sound of this did transport me to a cemetery. So it's probably not something that I would listen to on a daily basis, but I really appreciate it and like it for the concept that it is and for what it's talking about. There's this section here too that's like in French. And I'm like, what does this mean? Let me see if I can search it. My love, I know that you love me too. You need me. You need me in your life. You cannot live without me. and I would die without you. I would kill for you. Cemetery. Carmen's got some danger going on. I would advise to not probably envy Carmen. Like, that's a lot. But it does speak to the fact that you never truly know what people are going through. And just because someone is admired or like on this pedestal, you think that they have everything, does not mean that they do. All right, the next song is called $1 Million Man. We're going back to the Sugar Daddy.
You said I was the most exotic flower.
Her voice.
Holding me tight in our final hour.
Woo!
I don't know how you convinced them to get there, but
Ow!
someone as dangerous, tainted, and flawed as you. One for the money, and two for the show. You're screwed up and brilliant, look like $1 million man. So why is my heart broke? You got the world, but baby, at what price?
This song! What? It is her vocal. First of all, her vocals, they were giving creepy. How does she do this? I don't know. I need a new word to explain what she does. Because it's not creepy all the time. I'm trying to find the word. It's just like this thought that is haunting. This haunting type of sound, type of vibe. That she was coming in with, like, her voice was doing this thing that was so interesting. But why is this song like so like it's like, it's kind of sultry type of like, it's kind of this. Why is it that? It's interesting though that she's like, you're like $1 million man. So why is my heart broke? If you're rich, why am I unhappy if you're rich?
Something so strange, hard to define.
Like your voice, girl.
Or love you.
You see what I'm saying?
Down, down, you're unbelievable. So why is my heart broke?
Come on! Freaking this string!
One for the money,
Yes!
and two for the show. I love you, honey. I don't know. You're screwed up and brilliant, look like $1 million man. So why is my heart broke? $1 million man. So why is my heart broke?
That's the one. That's the one! This song is that girl. Do you hear me? This song is that girl! I can't even explain it. Also, the contradiction between $1 Million Man and broke, heart broke. You ate that. Lana, you ate all of that. You ate all of that up. All of it. Every single bit of it. And you spit it up and then you ate it again. So this was interesting because he's kind of like the type of guy that she was explaining in National Anthem. This is a guy, seems like he's wealthy. He has like a lot of money. He has like a lot of status, right? The American dream, what you would say is like what a lot of Americans want. But then also kind of does the thing of luring women in and then kind of abandoning. In this case, I don't know if he's necessarily abandoned her, but she's like, you said I was the most exotic flower, holding me tight in our final hour. I don't know how you convince them and get them, babe. I don't know what you do. It's unbelievable. Like, you convince them and you just reel them in, pull them in. You've got the world, but baby, at what price? And I follow you down, down, down. You're unbelievable. It's just so interesting. I'm like, I don't know if this album is talking all about one person or if this is just multiple guys at this point that she's like been with, and she just dedicates herself like so wholeheartedly, and they're just not giving her that same energy back. Like she said, I would follow you down, 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 anywhere, anywhere. Like, I would do anything for you. I would follow you anywhere. But you are not giving me that same sort of dedication. She's just like so perplexed by him. You're just like, you're screwed up and you're brilliant. And like, how did you get that way? I don't know. How do you pull these girls in? I don't know. And I think that also speaks to how little she knows about him. Because it's like, he is just this big status guy. And like, she's like head over heels. But he's not giving any of himself to her. So the fact that this whole song, she's just like, I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you do that. And you're hard to explain. You're hard to define. It's because he's not giving anything of himself to her. She literally does not understand him. Does not understand him as a person. I really love that song. I love the sound of it. The strings. Her voice. The voice on here. I genuinely never know, whenever I start a song, how her voice is going to show up. I know that it's always going to have this classic, old-timey quality about it, but in what delivery am I going to get? I don't exactly know. Okay, the next song, I'm so excited for this. This is Summertime Sadness. It's the one that, like I said, I've heard the chorus, like in little pieces online. I've never heard this song all the way through, so I'm so excited to listen to this right now. Let's do this. The strings, I already hear them.
Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness.
Come on.
I just wanted you to know that baby you're the best. Oh my God, I feel it in the air. Telephone wires above, all sizzling like a snare.
Summer, yeah. Not the countdown.
I just wanted you to know I'm feeling electric tonight.
Hey.
Cruising down the coast, going about 99.
Well, you're gonna crash.
Baby by my heavenly side. I know if I
The bad baby.
I'll die happy tonight. Kiss me hard before you go.
Hey. Summertime sadness. Go down there, girl. I got that summertime sadness. Summertime sadness. Ugh. Hey. Come on. Sunstreak.
I just wanted you to know.
Ooh, the beats at the end kind of like sounded kind of like a heartbeat or like interesting. This song, I love the sound of it. The way that it's just like, it's much more upbeat than I remember too. That's why listening to it on social media does not count to actually listening to it. I thought it was much slower than this is. No, it actually like has much more of a beat. But I love the strings too, adding kind of like, again, this like majestic type of sound to it. The concept of summertime sadness is one of those things that's kind of like Dark Paradise, the way they sort of contradict, because typically people attribute summer with being happy, you know, the sun is always shining, people are at the beach, you know, the kids are out of school. You kind of associate it with something that is happy, but then she says sadness. And I love how in a lot of moments in here, she's kind of bringing in elements that make you think about the heat, to like say that the telephone wires above are sizzling like a snare. You can feel it in the air. Honey, I'm on fire. I feel it everywhere. But also it ties into, clearly she's talking about love, right? So also she's on fire as in probably from like the passion of being in love. And it's just interesting too, because she said, I got my bad baby by my heavenly side. So, you know, like bad, heavenly, but also this entire album, she's been talking about the fact that she's been with bad boys all the time. I know if I go, I'll die happy tonight. Again, that just takes me back to Born to Die. The whole point about like, we're all going to die, so just be happy while you can. I'll be happy if I died tonight because I got to have this time with you. And this is just interesting because I'm thinking summertime is very temporary. This is the person who she said, kiss me before you go. So they're about to leave for some reason. So to me, it just seems like it's this relationship that's sort of temporary, and it's amazing and it's fun while it lasts. But then for some reason you can't stay together. And I have no idea what that reason is, but they can't stay together. So she's got this summertime sadness because this person has to go. It kind of feels like Born to Die. The whole thing of just like appreciating it while you can because it may not last forever. I like this song. Ironically, even though this is the one that I knew the most, that I just assumed it would be the most popular, as much as I really like it, it's actually interesting to me that I like other songs on here more than Summertime Sadness. I just like assumed that Summertime Sadness would be my favorite of the fave because I assumed it was the most popular, but actually there are a lot of songs on here that I actually like even more than that, which is a huge compliment because what the heck? that's so crazy to me. But I really do love Summertime Sadness. All right, now we're going to move on to This Is What Makes Us Girls. I'm imagining that this is actually the original closer of this project because then after that, it's like a remix. So I assume that this is like the closer. So let's do this. Let's see how she closes this.
Remember how we used to party up all night, sneaking out, looking for a taste of real life, drinking in the small town firelight. Perhaps blue ribbon on ice. Sweet teacher said we never make it out alive.
I'm dead. Hey. I love her using her names. Oh!
That's where the beginning of the end begun.
Will drag us. Y'all was wild. She said don't cry about it.
Freshman generation of degenerate beauty queens. And you know something? They were the only friends I ever had. We got into trouble and when stuff got bad, I got sent away.
The sirens.
On the train platform, crying 'cause I know I'm never coming back.
Don't cry about him. Come on! Hey! Wow. Wow. I don't know whether to feel targeted or enlightened. I don't know whether I just got dragged or whether I just felt a human connection. I don't know how to feel about what I just listened to. I love this song as a closer because number one, not only does it show us more of Lana, like who she is as a person and her past in her life, but also speaks to her motivations. All of the motivations for everything that she has done throughout this project. Like the fact that she said, this is what makes us girls. We put love first. We put love above everything. Like chasing love is like our number one motivation. We will do it over sticking together as girls. We will do it over ourselves. We die for it. Like, and the fact that she's speaking about us as a collective is something that I find so interesting, but I do also sort of agree that it is a part, low-key, of the female nature. I don't know why, but we genuinely are so just attached to this idea of love to the point that we lose our freaking minds when we lose it. And so like all these songs throughout this project where she's talked about how like, I'll love you forever, I'll never give you up, I'll die for this, I'm a ride or die. It all comes back in this song with her saying that low-key is like her number one motivation is love. But also the way that she's talking about all these things, all this crap that she got into at a younger age. I was not doing a bunch of stuff like this. she was doing a lot, like stealing police cars. She's running away in bikinis. Like she's on the run from stuff. That girl was doing a lot, but it also speaks to why she tends to be attracted to the dangerous type of guys. She did this when she was younger, whether it was to like impress the guys that she was with when she was younger, or roll with a certain crew. I don't know why, or maybe she genuinely just liked to do dangerous stuff. It goes to show like the reason why she tends to be attracted to these bad boys. And it's interesting too, because she said when things got bad, she got sent away, waving on a train. And I wonder why. Like, I wonder whether her parents sent her away because she was getting in too much trouble, or if it was like she moved with her whole family. I'm not sure. She doesn't really go into that deeply, but it's just interesting to kind of hear about how she grew up in her life and the way that that makes everything else in this project make so much sense. I really, really like and appreciate this song. I really like this song. That's so great as a closer, to make it make sense to the audience why she is the way that she is. The way that it just ties this whole project together is so good. And also it's just very true. Like, it just hits me on a level as well. Like, I feel like I've been seen and dragged all at the same time, because, well, yeah, I am. I am like that. Now, to the levels of extremities, don't know, but love probably is my number one priority. Like, if it came down to it, if it came down to love or all these other things that I could potentially have in this world, yeah, I probably would choose love. Like, it's kind of crazy. I feel seen, I feel dragged, I feel disrespected. Well, guys, that is it. That was Born to Die by Lana Del Rey, my very first ever Lana Del Rey album. This was such an experience. Literally such an experience. I did not know what to expect when I walked into this, but if I had to choose something to expect, I would have expected, honestly, this very slow pace, very kind of melancholy type of sound going into this project. But the fact that there were actually so many different sounds, why sometimes did it have like a little bit of hip hop, why sometimes did it have like a little bit of like pop up beats, I just was not expecting that, honestly. I thought we'd be at the cemetery the whole time. And the way that her voice too has so many different pockets. I've already talked about this, but the way that she has this quality about her voice is just so unique that I haven't heard from many people. Only a few like artists that I've heard like here or there have that sort of classical quality about their voice. It's like classical, it's very old-timey. But then she can also take it into so many other pockets where now she's singing more of like this like hip-hop type of cadence. Now she's kind of talking, singing. Sometimes she's kind of doing this very upper register type of singing, but always still maintaining that unique quality about it. She could just take it in so many different ways. It's so beautiful. It transports you because it's just so unique. It's just such this unique, beautiful quality about it. And then the instrumentals too, I feel like do such a good job at matching it. The instrumentals are gorgeous. It's the strings. I'm telling you, the strings. She is my girl. Y'all know I love strings. Why did almost every single song on this project have strings? Every single song. I lived. But also it's the concepts, the songwriting as well. Sometimes the songwriting could literally be simple, but still have this really interesting concept. And sometimes it's so much more complex. And yeah, it's just this interesting concepts behind the majority of these songs. Like, these were not just simple songs. There was this interesting layer to them. It's like, yeah, I'll love you forever, but we're also exploring the concepts of life and of American materialism. Things that I have not heard many people talk about. Some things that were like a little bit dark, a little bit disturbing, but also just forming it into a song and just making it so interesting and beautiful to listen to. It was all just so fascinating to me, but so enjoyable because it was so beautiful. I'm gonna give you guys my top tracks. My top tracks were Born to Die, Off to the Races, Blue Jeans, Video Games, Dark Paradise, Radio, $1 Million Man, Summertime Sadness, and This Is What Makes Us Girls. That's 9. I like all these songs. there's not a bad song on here, just songs that maybe I didn't connect to as much, such as like Carmen, for example. But really, really, really good songs. I really liked all of these. That's all I have to say. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here with me to experience my first ever Lana Del Rey project. Like I said, when Lana comes out with her new album, we will be listening. So make sure that you guys are here for that. And the best way that you can be here is to hit that subscribe button, because YouTube will automatically notify you once I have posted it. Also, let me know if you guys want me to get into more Lana Del Rey stuff, because I would absolutely be open to getting into more Lana Del Rey projects if you guys let me know that you guys want to do that. And again, stick around and subscribe so that you're actually here for that. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this project. What are your thoughts? What are your favorite tracks on here? Top 5 fave. Let's do a top 5. What are you guys' favorite tracks? Any extra context that you guys can add for the meanings of these songs? I would love that, as always. Different perspectives, all of that, all of that. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.